Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of X Factor Fishing. Today I got a quick tip for you. I just picked up this reel and rod. I got the reel at Academy Sports and Outdoors. I got the rod at Walmart. The reel is a Lew's laser speed spin. It's an 8-bearing system. I just wanted something that I could throw around in the truck and take on canoe trips. Something that wasn't too expensive, but that would be decent quality that I could use. Anyhow, I'm going to be putting a 10-pound Power Pro braid on here. Now, an issue that a lot of people have when putting braid on a reel like this is if it doesn't have grip on the spool, the line will just clump off, slide off, and make it really susceptible to wind knots. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but on this reel, there is a little bit of perforations there for a little bit of grip. That could be good enough, I don't know. But just to be safe, this is what I've done before and it works really well. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some monofilament on first. So basically, this is Suffolk Siege 17-pound monofilament. This is an extra spool that I had. Not enough to spool up another a rod on it, but enough for today's purposes. So what you're going to do is take your monofilament. In fact, there's a little nick in it right there, just from being out with packaging, so I'm going to cut that off. And the reason that you're going to put this on is so that the braid has something to grip to on the spool. So I'm going to come in, go through the first eye here on the rod, and just tie a simple overhand knot on the end. And I'll tell you why you're going to do that here in a minute. So once you get that knot made, you're just going to trim off the tag end. So now I got something that looks a little bit like that. Then you're going to come down here to your reel, open up the bail. Always make sure you do that because it'll cause problems for you later if you don't. And then just get your line right here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. And just do a simple overhand knot. In fact, you can do this without it being on the reel. It's almost like a lasso, like the way you tie a lasso. Alright. Then you're gonna slide it over top of this right here, and then when you pull that down, that overhand knot that we tied first, it's gonna catch on that and it's gonna seat really nice. So what you want to do is, once you have that on, flip the bail back over, and I got a wet rag here. You want to hold this to give it some tension, but you don't want the line running through your hands and burning your hands. So you just get a wet, damp cloth and hold it right here. And then I'm just gonna put just a little bit, just a base layer on the reel here. Alright guys, once you have your monofilament tied on there, you're going to take your braid and tie an FG knot. Tied it right there. I don't know if you can see that. I have actually never tied one of these before. So I looked it up on YouTube. There's a great video. I'll link the video in the description below of a gentleman that showed a video on how to tie an FG knot. It can be kind of complicated, but I was able to do it on my first try. The knot's really strong. I love it. It was really easy to do, and it was, like I said, I got it on my first try, so it was pretty easy. But once you get that FG knot tied, you're gonna, the way that you can thread this on without getting a whole lot of wind knots in your braid is putting, so you want the reel is spinning this way, and you want the line to be coming off the same direction. So if it's coming on this way, then you want it to be coming off that way, if that makes any sense. So for the Power Pros, it's going to be the label side up. So what you're going to do is put this eye directly over top of the line bag there. And I'm just going to put the first bit on here. And you want to have a decent amount of tension. And then once you get it going, want to just come right off the top there. One problem that you'll run into is there's like a little line catch, and it keeps catching on that. So I have an idea. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my knife and just trim that a little bit so that it doesn't catch on there anymore. See if that works. See if that works. Wasn't expecting to have that problem. Oh yeah, worked like a charm. All right, should be about good. So a good way to tell if your line is on there tight enough, just take your thumb or your fingers and just kind of pinch it. If you can move it up and down, and if it seems like you're able to push it in a little bit, it's probably not tight enough. So probably need to pull it off and put it back on, or just get you some new line and re-spool it, but because it absolutely needs to be tight. Otherwise you're gonna have a bunch of giant problems later on down the road. So I think that's about it. All the line I'm gonna put on it. I'm gonna let a little bit of line out of here so I can run it down the threads, or the eyes. Gonna cut it right quick. Hit the light there. Feed it through. All right, and there you go, all spooled up and ready to go for tomorrow. Awesome, can't wait to use this. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon while you're there so you get notified when we do post more videos. If you have any ideas of videos that you would like to see in the future, mention it in the comment section below. If you have any questions about rods, reel, line, tackle, any questions you may have, make sure to mention them in the comment section below. And as always, thank you so much for watching X Factor Fishing, and we'll catch you on the flip side.